Hey friends, Jake, Ashley, and Sam the cat here. We are embarking on an adventure in our camper van to visit 7 of the 30 MLB stadiums. Welcome to week 3 of our trip, making our way from Houston, Texas to Dallas, Fort Worth. Thank you so much for joining the journey. We started this week heading toward Austin from Houston. That night, we stayed at a safety rest area in Colorado County. These places are great when you just need a simple, safe spot to lay your head for the night. The next morning, we hit the road toward Austin and made a stop at a true Texas staple, Buc-ee's. This location had cow hides for sale, and I briefly considered getting one for the van. I'm joking. And just like that, here's Austin. My first stop was a yoga class while my sweet hubby went and washed the van. This studio was absolutely beautiful. Their classes are donation-based and their teacher lineup is top-notch. After class, Jake picked me up in our freshly washed van. Beep beep! Then we headed to a barbecue spot called Micklethwaite, where we shared a 2-meat plate. It was delicious. After lunch, we did a little thrifting. Austin has some amazing thrift stores, and honestly, I wish we had made time for more. We found our parking spot on the street using the iOverlander app. Then we headed out for a little nightlife and entertainment. Austin is known for its historic 6th Street, packed with bars, restaurants, and live music. We found a fun outdoor spot and enjoyed the energy of the city. During our walk, we spotted a Voodoo donut. If you've never been, we highly recommend it. I got the Marshall Mathers donut, covered in M&Ms. Yum! On our way back to the van, we walked through the Rainy Street district and stumbled upon this cool spot with live painting and music. We stayed for a bit to watch the artist before heading to bed for the night. Good morning, sleepyheads. On our last day in Austin, we grabbed some coffee and took a quick stroll around Lady Bird Lake. It's named after former First Lady, Lady Bird Johnson, and is famous for its 10-mile hike and bike trail. We only did about a mile because we had things to do and places to be. Like visiting the Texas state capitol. Fun fact, it's actually 14 feet taller than the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and honestly, they might be right. After visiting the Capitol, I took another yoga class, and then we hit one more thrift store. And then we ate so many tacos. There are tons of taco and barbecue spots in Texas, but the official state dish is actually chili. Learn something new. Bye, Austin. We left Austin to head towards Dallas, but first we made a movie stop to see Alpha. That evening, we stayed at another safety rest area in Bell County. The sunset was gorgeous, and this location even had a small outdoor gym and a playground. Oh yeah, hot. There are 76 of these safety rest areas statewide in Texas, all designed to help travelers fight fatigue on long road trips. They're open 24/7, staffed with attendants, and many even have Wi-Fi. Not a bad setup. Spooky. The next morning, we made our way to Waco, but with a pit stop at Planet Fitness, another staple in our travels now. Planet Fitness. Once in Waco, we parked at a laundromat. I washed and folded our clothes while Jake took some work calls. We had dinner at a small Thai restaurant recommended by one of Jake's friends. The pad see ew and ginger soup hit the spot. Originally, we planned to stay overnight at a Waco Walmart, but instead we pushed a little farther to the Hill County Safety Rest Area. Each rest area is themed to reflect local Texas history and architecture. I love the 2 meals at this one. Our next stop was a little impromptu, and wow, what a gem it turned out to be. Lake Whitney State Park. Thankfully, we decided to stay here for 3 nights. Take note, this fish finder came in handy later. When we arrived, I did a deep clean of the van. I vacuum almost daily, but this time I went all in. Used all the attachments and got every crevice. Then I set up an outdoor workstation and soaked up some vitamin D. I still can't believe this was our backyard for 3 days. The park let us borrow a fishing pole and tackle box. My first cast was okay, but look at that second one. Progress! That evening, I did a little watercolor painting while the sun set. These wildflowers were everywhere in the park. It felt peaceful, grounding, exactly what we needed. The full moon was shining that night. We kept all the windows and doors open the entire time we were there. The weather was perfect, and the park felt incredibly quiet and private. The park covers over 200 acres with more than 130 campsites, but there weren't many other people around. It felt like we had the place all to ourselves. After a little work, we went for a walk and hiked the 2-bridge trail. It was breezy, like really breezy. But we were loving it. Made it to the trailhead. This hike was beautiful with a bunch of tree canopies. I gave a little extra love to this tree. We found this neat wooden structure, and I decided to take a peek inside.
Cool. Yeah.
I found a friend. And got a little spooked.
It was like a bird.
Speaking of birds, somewhere along the way, I became a bird watcher. I've been using the Merlin app and identified more than 15 birds at this park, mostly by sound. We did spot a roadrunner near our van. Too fast for a photo, though.
This must be one of the 2 bridges.
Take a breath with me. Do I look like a sloth? After our stroll, we enjoyed lunch by the water. Obviously, we're big taco people. Later that day, we went for a swim. The water was pretty cold, but we're pretty tough. Our second night at the campground, we had a neighbor. It was a man and his dog, and they slept in a tent. Mad respect. It was very windy and rainy that night. Because of the rain, it was a gray morning, so I lit some cozy candles and made a matcha latte and got to work. Here's my little work setup. Not too shabby. I posted our week 2 video and then took a little trek to the restroom. And I was greeted on the way back.
Hi. Good morning.
After hopping on a call about polyvagal theory, we took Sam outside on her leash. She's slowly starting to enjoy being outdoors. We reward her with wet treats and lots of patience. Progress is happening. We explored another trail on the opposite side of the campground. Totally different landscape, wide open grasslands with beautiful lake views. It almost felt like being at the ocean. After our hike, we went to a different swim spot, and Jake found the tiniest turtle. So cute. I decided to try fishing again. With encouragement from Jake, help from the pin board, which informed us of catfish in the area, and coaching from Jake's dad, I finally did it. I caught a catfish. We released him back into the water afterward. What a trip. I went to bed with a heart full of gratitude that night, especially after capturing this picture of the full moon. I spent some time on the last morning soaking up the peaceful energy by the lake, painting more Texas wildflowers. On our way out of town, we stopped by a little donut shop. I got a chocolate frosted old fashioned. It was incredible. No notes. Next stop, Dallas Fort Worth. You know how I knew we made it to Fort Worth? Traffic was stopped by horses crossing the road. Welcome to Texas, y'all. After parking near the stockyards, we visited the famous Longhorn herd. Their horns can span up to 7 feet. That's taller than Jake. At the stockyards, they host the world's only twice daily cattle drive down East Exchange Avenue. And here it is in action. Cowboys and all. We walked to the end of the avenue for a burger at Hooker's and met the sweet owner, Ruth. What a gem. And her burgers were amazing. We headed back to the center of town for live music and then attended a rodeo at the historic Cowtown Coliseum. This building was constructed in just 88 days and hosted the world's first indoor rodeo in 1918. I have to admit, the kid run was very cute and kind of funny. Look at them go! One rodeo was probably enough for us, but we had a really good time. Week 3 was the perfect mix of adventure and rest. We're learning how important it is to balance both in this van life journey. And now, we're gearing up for baseball game number 2 in Arlington. Thanks so much for joining the journey. See you next week.
Hey, Noah, sorry we missed your shout out this week. We'll get you next week, bud. Vincent, get us out of here.
Hope you subscribe our video and hope you press the red button to do this.